Alright, welcome back to what I suppose is episode 8 of Strong Countries Make Empires until we get to the weaker countries. Yippee, what a good title. This time it's Italy, the 8th strongest country in the world economically, between France and Brazil. So, what's Italy going to do? Reform Rome. Now I'm going to make that a separate video, but they could. Well, I want to make that a separate video eventually. All of the Italians trying to reform the Roman Empire. And I would also not include NATO, because NATO does not exist in this scenario. No NATO, no alliances, except for I'm your friend, so I'm going to protect you. Stuff like that. So, what's Italy going to do? Well, first off, unification with some of their friends. Neighbours. San Marino and the Vatican City, irrespectively, because that's the Vatican and that's San Marino. They joined the new Italian Empire, so that was easy. From here, Italy's going to invade some more countries. Also, let's do the other colours. Italian allies can be in this colour, maybe? This colour, alright. And Italian puppets can be in this colour. Cool. As for Italian enemies, we're just going to decide that later on. But people are attacking this colour. So Slovenia's capital is Ljubljana. There we go. Perfectly pronounced that. And Italy's going to immediately take that and then immediately win. Because it's Italy and this is Slovenia. And you have like a coastline that's about 41 miles long, so yeah. Unfortunate. From here, other countries are going to feel threatened, so when Italy declares war on Croatia, they also end up declaring war on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Oh no. The Italians want to take Bosnia's coastline for giggles. However, instead they take Istria and work towards separating Croatia into two. They push towards Zagreb, take that, and also now they split Croatia into two. So, Split is over here somewhere, and that's the second biggest Croat city. But also it doesn't really matter, because this is the Italian Empire, and they're really strong. So yeah, inland Croatia is going to fall, along with all this sort of stuff. Bosnia is going to capitulate over here to Italian forces that recurve downward, don't take Hungary, recurve back downwards and take all this stuff. And in the peace treaty, although I really like how it looks when Italy annexes Croatia, I think it looks so cool on that. Look at this. This looks awesome. That looks so cool. I don't believe you if you say it doesn't. It looks cool in my opinion. However, they also want to annex all of Bosnia and Herzegovina because they're making an empire today. So yeah. No. A new coalition will start against the Italians, which is led by Montenegro, and they made it like a week before. So unfortunate for you guys, because you're not going to win this, I don't think. Basically, this is 4 countries who wouldn't work together. 5 countries now. 5 countries who wouldn't really work together, especially it's like they just got invited. They arrived at the conference saying like, "Whoa, why is this guy here? You didn't tell me about them." It's like, you don't know this guy, you don't know this guy. You will want this country again, I think. You also probably want this country. Like, Montenegro needed the defense because they were going to get attacked next, in which they do get attacked. So when the Italians attack them, the rest of their secret alliance comes in to defend. No, I want to get rid of this. The rest of their alliance comes in to defend them, and now Italy is against 5 other nations. What are they going to do? Well, how about first off, we just take Montenegro and their extremely unpronounceable capital city, and make a push into Serbia. Belgrade is somewhere over here, but I don't really know. It's in the center somewhere. They're going to push for Pristina, which is the capital of Kosovo. Kosovo? It is Kosovo, not Kosovo. It's Kosovo. And from here, they're also going to move down through Albania, take Tirana, and take the entire country. Serbia's causing some problems. They're going to divert their attention away from North Macedonia to conquering the Serbs. Let's say that Belgrade's in there. They've taken Belgrade now. That's nice. However, that wasn't the only secret alliance in the world. Maybe. I might have said it too early. As Bulgaria, who I often like to colour in green, so this is a problem. Bulgaria has an alliance that hasn't quite come into play yet. However, it will. As the Greeks move into North Macedonia, what color do you want? This is technically the Italian territory. So they move into this, and the Italians are like, oh, guess we lose out on North Macedonia. Oh no, what are we going to do? I mean, you didn't get Skopje, I don't think. Skopje, whatever in the world it's called. It's Skopje. However, the Greeks keep on invading because it turns out Greece has declared war on them. So when Italian troops move against the Greek troops and kill a lot of them, all these guys are going to join in, and that's kind of worrying if you're Italian, because these countries are some of the strongest in Eastern Europe. Like Romania is pretty strong actually. Same with these guys. Greece is also very strong, so that's concerning. Romania managed to take these bits of Serbia, and Bulgaria's actually started an invasion into Italy proper. However, troops in what I want to say is this Dobruja or is this Dobruja? One of them's Dobruja. I just don't know which one's which. I think this is Dobruja, whatever it's called. What is this called? I don't know. No. Make it up yourself. Budapest, it's somewhere over here. Bucharest, I think it's over here. I'm not sure. Let's find out. So they launch an invasion into Hungary, and Hungary's like, why me then? Why me? So they invade Romania as well. And let's say Bucharest doesn't matter anymore. Who cares about it? They meet up along the border of Romania and Hungary is not having a good day today. Really not having a good day. Their front line collapses in Italy, and the entire nation is taken out. That's kind of scary to these guys. However, you are making lots of good ground in Serbia. No, that's actually your territory. Italy is coming around into these areas of northern Romania. However, they don't really care about this. They more care about how scary this is. So the Italians are going to make a pushback against this new offensive, taking lots of these territories. And yeah, this is not good for Bulgaria, who is the new Italian target. Sofia, where's that? I think it's like right over here. Well, it's like here. Anyway, they take it. Plovdiv is probably about there. How they push for Western Thrace, which is this bit. And when they must manage to make it, they kind of go around the Greek front lines. They take this bit of Bulgaria, and the remembrance of it. Romania is defeated, and the Greeks are going to have a horrible day now. Greece goes, how about we sign to a peace treaty? However, Italy does not care. What they want is all of Greece, because Greece is a useful guy to have. So they recruit the Turks, because this has been quite an expensive campaign. They promise the Turks territories in the Aegean, like all the Greek islands over here, along with Crete. And the Turks will help to invade into southern Greece, and in the end, Greece capitulates. Lovely. So, in the peace treaty, Turkey will get this stuff, and all those islands that I'm not going to colour in. As for Italy, they're going to take all the stuff that they got beforehand, along with the rest of North Macedonia, and from here, they're also going to take all this stuff. And that's literally all of Hungary. The Turks are just allowed to take this bit of Bulgaria because they don't know what to do with it. And as for the rest of Romania, it's now Lesser Romania. Lovely. Well, I suppose it would be like Wallachia and Bessarabia, but also that might be over here somewhere. I think that's Romania. That sounds about right. However, you don't look like either of those countries very much. That's a problem. But now Italy has effectively united the entire Balkan Peninsula? Subcontinent? Definitely not subcontinent, but area. You've united the Balkans. Well done. And Turkey gets all this. Yippee. Romania gets to stay alive. Woohoo. They might. Romania joins Moldova, averse to Moldova joining Romania. That would be crazy stuff. Also, Turkey takes Crete, and North Cyprus is allowed to unite with the rest of Cyprus because Greece can't care anymore. They physically cannot care anymore. And Turkey's kind of Italian aligned. Also, you should be afraid of the Italians now because Look at the Italians. Run in fear. Cower. More countries want to join Italy at this point, including Monaco. Was that a good idea to accept Monaco? No, not really, because this scares the French. And they're like, hey, Monaco is our influence guy. Go away. They don't, so France will make an alliance against the Italians, which no one wants to join. So, pardon France. From here, the Italians are going to invade into more areas, such as Switzerland. They push for Bern, although I think Bern isn't the biggest city economically. It might be Zurich, or that one with a saint in it. However, I don't really care. What happened to Switzerland? It turns out they destroyed the particle accelerator, and Switzerland becomes a void. Bye-bye, Switzerland. And also, apparently, Bavaria. In the peace treaty, all this is annexed. Liechtenstein's just going to join with a few strings pulled. It joins really quickly. Good thing we had an Italian guy in the Prime Minister spot. And now it's time for Austria. The Germans aren't very happy with it. Oh yeah, Rome. Let's draw that in. Beep. Beep. The French won't run back. The Germans aren't very happy that the Italians took a lot of German-speaking people and made them Italian. So Rome, Germany's kind of like, hey Italy, you suck. I might join the French alliance. So the Italians are going to pull a crazy move, which is they attack Austria, which was already in their plan. Vienna, right over here. What's also right over here? Hungary. Who owns Hungary? The Italians. So Vienna has been taken, as for other cities in Austria. There's one beginning with an F in the south. It's like Fraternsburg. That's all I know. So take that. They're also going to take this weird-looking peninsula. And as for the rest of Austria, they take it and they give it to the Germans because they're nice people like that. Lovely stuff from the Italians. And this is basically, effectively, bribing the Germans into not attacking them by giving them a lot of German-speaking people and also giving a lot of Austrians the option to join, to A, want to join Italy, or B, want to join Germany. You don't get any other choices than that. Those are choices. Lots of them moved to Germany, which is kind of bad for upkeeping the remnants of Austrian economy, so not the best idea. It was an idea nonetheless. Also, the French start attacking people, so that's definitely not scary. However, they do recruit a new ally, that being Spain. And that's because Spain is worried about the Italians taking the Balearic Islands, because they knew Italian Empire Prime Minister said, hey, those Balearic Islands look good. However, Italy's going to go somewhere else, and you can probably see where they're going. It's this one. Any other French allies? Not really. It's just some countries that don't like the French, really. Like Slovakia, so you join the French alliance. Bratislava, where's that? I think it's over here. Over here, cool. Madrid, bam. That's not Madrid. Madrid. What if it was? Just stupid. Anyway, the Italians are going to lead an invasion into... Let's just start with Tunisia. You know, you've always wanted Tunisia. Aim for your goals. Do that. They take Tunis pretty easily. The Tunisians probably should have expected this, however they weren't really prepared. So, after the Italians take Tunis and leave this bit for some reason, they're going to work their way down the Tunisian coast, take all of that. They destroy Tatooine. What? Yeah, basically like a load of Star Wars Tatooine. I watch all Star Wars films, I think Star Wars. Tatooine stuff was filmed in Tunisia. So yeah, the Italians now own Tatooine. Cool. And also Star Wars. Yeah, Italian Star Wars. I don't want to watch Star Wars in Italian. From here they're going to invade into Libya. Return to Libya. They take Tripoli very easily. Yippee. And the Libyans are slightly scared because the Italians are back in Tripolitania. There's also Cyrenaica and Fezzan. Do I know where those are? No. Is this Cyrenaica, Tripolitania? This Cyrenaica and that's Fezzan. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that's it. However, don't count my word on it. Things I learnt off Wikipedia. From here the Italians will keep invading all the northern coast of Libya and take it. Because it's Libya. Well, no one's coming to their defense. In fact, the Algerians and the Egyptians were considering attacking them, so what good friends you have. Yippee, Italian African Empire, part of the way there. Well done to you guys. They're also going to unite with another country, that being Malta. Makes sense, it's Malta. Malta's having a good day now. They are part of the Italian Empire. Could you please just join? Oh my, no, just join. I said you were going to join. Okay. We did it. Alright, let's go, guys. The Italians are kind of thinking about taking the remnants of, well, the remnants, but they want to build this colony. It wouldn't be a terrible idea. However, how about you focus on some other colonies like older ones, like this one. So the Italians will return to Eritrea. They don't have as many colonies as the British or the French. However, this is a pretty infamous one. Infamous. Where's your capital? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. You're Eritrea. I think Somalia has a higher GDP than Eritrea. That's not good. Speaking of Somalia, though, Mogadishu. That's the capital of Somalia. Bam! We've invaded you so many times in this series. Anyway, they actually take Somaliland this time instead of letting the British have it. Well, the British just taking it. And this time, there's no room for rebels. They just immediately lose. And the Italians will take Somalia as their newest colony. This looks similar, doesn't it? Well, Ethiopia is going to invade into Djibouti to try and get as much help as they can, because they know what's happening next. Basically, the Italians just take Djibouti and then actually invade into this country, Ethiopia. So troops will encircle this weird sort of bit over here. We also have Tigray stuff up in the north. I'm sure that's fine. Always home for Ethiopians. It's not Tigray wars, not happy wars. What? There's not a whole lot of people here who are wanting to fight for the Italians. However, the Italians don't care. You gotta fight anyway for your new Italian overlords. And after a bit of time, I mean, Italy's stronger than they were back then, proportionally, I think. And in the end, they take the capital and win. So Ethiopia capitulates to the Italian Empire, and finally, they've done it. They've united the Horn of Africa. I'm so proud of you, Italy. Now, what else do the Italians want in Africa? There are quite a few things. So we might do that. We'll see. Next up, the Italians are going to invade Kenya. So Kenya's capital is Nairobi, which I feel like is over here. But Mombasa is over there, and Nairobi's over here. That's what I think. That's what I seem to remember. The Italians will cut across this, but basically they're just stronger than Kenya, so that's a shame. They take Mombasa, go over here. I just take Nairobi. That's a shame. They cut across to the border of Tanzania, which gives the Tanzanians a heart attack because it's not fun having the Italians on your border. And yeah, in the end, Italy will fully annex Kenya into their empire. Well done. Good stuff. So the Italian African Empire looks a bit like this. However, what if you just united it all like that? However, invading Egypt and Sudan has some other problems in that all these guys are going to join the war. That's a lot of countries, isn't it? So Italian troops need to take this stuff out quickly. Your capital, I feel like it was Dar es Salaam. I don't think it is. I think it's somewhere over here. But I thought it was Dar es Salaam. South Sudan appears not to exist. Oh well. Algiers and Cairo, I think. That better be Cairo, or else I'm gonna look stupid. That's N'Djamena, unless that's in Nigeria. I hope it's not. And if this is Dar es Salaam, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Anyway, let's see how Italy does against these guys. So Italian troops are going to work on taking this coastal stuff in Sudan. This is where they were stationed anyway, you know. Not too hard. They also need to take the Nile. They can block the Nile, which they do. They dam up the Nile, and they're like, damn man, that's mean. That's tough. That's not kind. So this kind of hurts the Sudanese economy, and they take the capital. Also, they've recently annexed South Sudan, so that's definitely doing well. The Italians got a thing saying, let's free South Sudan, which apparently just didn't exist in this timeline. That's what South Sudan looks like. Good stuff. Bam. They also move in across the border over here. However, let's look up in the north. That's not good. You're meant to be invading them, not getting invaded by them. It's because, well, you're kind of threatened over here by the Algerians, so then your front line over here in Libya collapsed, because Algeria's just taking Tunisia. Let's just focus on Sudan for a while. Yeah, Sudan, go away. Get lost. Just fall apart, please. So Sudan capitulates over to the Italians, well, mostly, they take all this, and they need to concentrate on taking Tanzania out. So they're going to pull an ancient German tactic. That tactic is called invading another country to go around and invade another one. So they invade into Uganda and use this because there's loaded Tanzanians on this border. Instead they invade through this border and get very close to taking their possibly capital. This means they can break through that front line and they Voidal. No. Particle accelerator into Tanzania now. They moved it. And they take the possible capital. From here, yeah. This is split. Boom. Nice. Tanzania is down. Chad, why did you have to put your capital so far away? That's very, very irritating. As for irritating, you know what else is irritating? This. The Algerians and the Egyptians invading your Libyan colony. That's not good. And even the Chads are invading into the south. The Chadians. The Chads. I don't know. But they're invading. And that's not good. If you're Libyan. Also Italian. I meant to say Italian, but apparently Libyans are making an empire today. That'd be good. Egypt will attack. No. Italy will attack Egypt's undefended southern border, or relatively undefended, and they even liberate a very useful part of Libya, which is this bit. It's useful for if you want to test nuclear bombs, which the Italians don't want to yet. They also make their way over to the border of Cameroon, which means absolutely nothing, other than the fact they're near Niger, Chad's capital city, which they take. There you go, they're taking it now. They're going to spearhead up towards the Algerian offensive in the south. Well, it could be Algerian or Egyptian, I don't really care. And these two kind of realize they might be in a losing position at this point. Yeah, you might be losing. Egypt's gonna quit, say, well, gave it our best shot, didn't we? Algeria's like, hey, come back. You're gonna come back and help. Dude, where did you go? I'm all alone, fighting the Italian Empire. And Italy will take their capital city, and from here they agree to peace. So what does the peace treaty look like? Hopefully nicer than this is. Some horrific borders. So Algeria is allowed to keep a lot of this stuff, but not all of it. They're going to take Algiers just for fun. I don't know, they really didn't need it, but they take it. They do get to keep this bit of desert though, so that's nice. Actually, no, let's take it too. Let's just take that as well. By now, Italy has destroyed the Arab League, although it doesn't exist, but they've really effectively destroyed it. Algeria is depressed and also a lot smaller. So there you go, you're also probably going to get invaded by Morocco very soon. So I'd be expecting that if I were you. Apart from that, you annex this bit of Sahara. The Italians are now the biggest country in Africa. Good. All these guys are basically just going to have all their provinces taken. As for Tanzania, maybe not. Uganda, for no reason, is attacked. And this bit, like in World War 1, is given over to Mozambique because Italy's a true believer of giving stuff to countries who did very little. Well, Portugal did do quite a bit, probably. In World War 1, just giving them stuff afterwards. That's Italy's whole thing. They like that. I hope you get where I'm going with that sentence. Egypt and Algeria can still survive, which is nice. However, everyone else is now Italian. I'm sure they're perfectly happy with how this has gone for them. Well, like, what did you expect, man? It's an Empire video. If you thought they were going to get defeated by, like, Chad, no. Think again. Do a reality check. Why would that happen? So there you go. There's Africa. And how about a big final war to end it all off? Because I like those. Who's going to be participating in this? Well, Czechia got involved, Romania, and also the Turks found out about your plan. Uh-oh. This isn't good if you're Italian. However, don't worry, they have some allies. Which allies? Israel. Yep, Israel's another friend. And who else wants to join the Italian alliance? The Germans. They were promised some parts of this and these guys and like this bit. At the technicalities, they wanted to be their friends. Also Armenia. I'm going to join as well. So let's see how this goes. The French were not expecting this front line. They weren't thinking the Germans would actually join. So the Germans invade into Alsace. There we go again. And the Italians invade into the Alpine regions. There we go again. The Paris is looking pretty threatened at this point. The Germans invade through Belgium, and the French are not having a good day. As to the Czechs, they did not anticipate the Germans joining this war. So Prague is captured. That's fun. Bratislava is captured. And Czechoslovakia it's down. As for Romania, how are you doing today? Where's your capital? Bucharest. You moved it probably, didn't you? So the Italians will start invading into here. However, they do have a bit of a problem in that Turkey is taking a lot of land from you guys, and that's because the Turkish Empire is quite strong. Who knew? I did. Syria needs to meet up and deal with the Turks, so they invade. I said Syria, I meant Israel, but they are going to invade Syria, so they might become Syria. Let's also just say they invade Lebanon to make the borders look better. Let's do that. And the Turks are going to, in retaliation, invade the northern areas of Syria. Was that really necessary? No. How will they do it? Anyway. Spain just have a few naval battles with these guys. However, Italy says we'll give you some of your land back, Algeria, if you let us use your northern coast. And Algeria's like, hey, I like that idea. So they give the Algerians some random Sahara back, and they're allowed to use their northern coast as staging grounds for battles. And eventually the Italians will take the Balearic Islands from these guys. They also take Corsica. That was pretty predictable, I feel like. However, in the Balkans, it's not going well. Areas of Romania are liberated, and Bulgaria is pretty close to being recaptured by the Ottomans. No! Bulgaria. As for Armenia, well, you're gone. That wasn't possibly the most intelligent idea. However, Turkish Syria is taken by the Israelis. Yay. Nothing really going on down here because nobody wants to fight them, and I don't want them to fight the Italians, so nobody does anything over there. The Germans are going to take Paris. Yippee. They're back. And they also invade Normandy again. And this means that the Italians can kind of just let the Germans deal with this, and they can deal with this problem. The Balkan one. Yeah, that problem. Because the Romanians are actually recapturing a lot of their old territory, and that's not good at all. Israel's not doing loads down here. I mean, they're kind of doing probably the Turks more. They're kind of doing a little bit. They invade a tiny bit into Turkey, and Armenia just was the smallest of distractions. They did very little. The Italians also have to fight against the Spanish, and Spain is not giving up easily, like the French did. Nah, the French are still fighting on very fiercely. Brittany has been captured by the Germans now, and it's basically just southern France. Finally, the Italians make a landing over here in whatever this is. It's part of Spain. Northeastern Granada. What a good name. Right, I love it. And the Italians will invade France with more gusto, so they can get around the Pyrenees and invade into Catalonia. So, who doesn't love invading Catalonia? The Romanians are actually doing pretty well. of the remnants of Romania, so maybe Nubian provinces, let's name it that. They are freeing areas of Slovakia, however they do not care. The Italians are going to defer this over to them so they can reinvade Slovakia and also deal with a lot of their provinces that have been taken. They can't really get through this bit though. That's a shame. As for Israel, it's starting to go badly for them. The Turks are able to divert their attention with Romania or the Nubian provinces being slightly useful, so that's scary. And Palestine will also join this war against the Israelis, and this means that there's a load of Turkish equipment in the middle of Israel. So, yeah, things just got bad for Israel, and now you're not having a good day. The northern parts are taken, and the rest of Israel falls over to a combination of Palestinian and Turkish forces, and this means the Turkish are back, focusing on the Balkans. France capitulates entirely, and the Italians will start to push towards Madrid, in which they get very close. They take all of Greater Catalonia. I don't know, you see maps of Catalonia where it's like just this bit, but then some maps of Catalonia it's like all of this, so yeah, I don't know. However, the Germans are doing a lot of this because Italy needs to deal with this one again, because the Turks keep doing annoying things. Italy will put a lot of their forces over here into invading the Nubian. It's like Danube, so it's Nubian provinces. Whilst Germany just slowly works its way through Republican Spain. Well, there's the Republic of Spain. They do have a king though, don't you? Spain. It's like King. I don't know what it's called. He was at the European Cup, the Euros. Yeah, that one. He was there. He looked happy. You know, he won that one. Finally, like the Italian African group makes landing in Grenada, so that's good. And basically, Spain will eventually capitulate. The Nubian provinces will fall apart, and we also have the revivification of Israel as people go up this tiny bit of coastline they have here, and they manage to conquer Palestine. They meet up with the border over this bit, and it's not looking good for the Turks because, I mean, you're literally all by yourself at this point, Turkey. The Italians will go on a reconquest of this territory, and they finally manage to take all of Bulgaria. Wait, this is your stuff. They also take Crete. However, the main thing the Italians want, even after the Turks start to say, how about we sit down for peace, is this bit over here, and they also kind of want Thrace. So they retake Thrace, and they take this bit along with Cyprus, and in the end, let's have a look at the peace treaty. The Germans are going to annex all of that stuff, because they were promised it by the Italians. I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten anything in so long. Sorry if I'm really quiet, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting gradually quieter as I'm talking here, so I need to speak up a bit for the final parts of this Italian Empire video, because it's nearly finished, guys. I'm sorry. It might be a bit longer than I anticipated, and that's because they fought a huge war in Africa that I hadn't really anticipated. The Italians basically just take all the stuff they took in the Balkans, Crete and Cyprus, Nubian provinces, gone. French, gone. Italy, terrifying. The Turks are going to have a new puppet government put in place over here in the north, which is called Pontus. Armenia is eventually freed, so they are allowed to take all of this stuff, and we also have a new Kurdish thing, which is kind of looking a bit like this. As for Israel, you take they take all these provinces from the Turks, not a huge lot, but also you more invaded Syria than you invaded Turkey. However, I mean you did kind of have to invade Syria to get over to fight the Turks, so yeah, I don't know. That felt kind of a bit mean, giving them this little in the peace treaty. So instead, why don't we just give the Turks a tiny bit of coastline, just so we can acutely observe what happens with that coast. As for Kurdistan, you become a puppet state. I thought that was anticipated. As for Armenia, you're also a puppet state now. So all you guys can become puppet states to the Italian Empire. Who has now pulled a World War I and partitioned the Middle East with themselves. Nice. Not really nice. It's not a very kind thing to do. The Italians will take Corsica and the southern areas of France, whilst the Germans take all of this stuff from the French. France will still continue to live around here, except not entirely, because the Italians have ambitions in Spain. Those ambitions look a bit like this. There you go. This is very scary if you're Western European. Unless you're German. If you're German, this is good. This is Italy carrying. Well done, Italy. Basically have kind of reformed the Roman Empire. Not entirely, but close. Granada will be turned into a puppet because, I mean, like, it's really colonized by Africans. And a load of the Italian Empire is African, so this is kind of appeasing the mass populace of Italian people. Germany will stay as an Italian ally. I didn't even mark in Berlin, and that's because there was no chance that anyone got to Berlin. Also, I forgot, so, oh my god. The German borders look so horrific. I really hate what we did with Slovakia. But, definitely not my problem, and I definitely couldn't fix it. The remnants of Turkey, boom. The rest of France, not going to stick like that. How about we turn France into a French puppet? As for this, it eventually will unite with Portugal. There you go. What are you going to do? Just exist, I suppose. And that's about it for this video. In the future, what's going to happen? Invade Moldova, probably invade the rest of Spain, Portugal. Let's just actually that'll just happen in the future. And the Germans will invade the Netherlands, and basically Italy will become extremely powerful, which they already are. Thank you very much for watching. This was actually longer than the history rewritten video, which is strange. And I will see you again next time. Goodbye.